Hi, this is Jeannie Nichols with Youthful Evolution, and today I would like to begin by sharing a personal journey and experience with you, because I believe that there are many people similar to myself that are going through similar things, and perhaps by sharing my experience with you, it will also help you as well. So first, I'd like to start by giving you a basic idea of what Youthful Evolution is really all about. It's basically a lifestyle that helps support the premise of feeling youthful, looking good, and getting ourselves back on that track. And it really begins with our internal environment, our internal body's ecosystem. And sometimes we can alter that quite a bit and get everything out of balance, as I recently have once again. I let the dragon out of the cage, and I am having a recurring event that actually began a number of years ago. And I had it under control and in the cage, and it's resurfaced again. So to start a good foundation of where we're at, that happened probably about 8 years ago. Today is Tuesday, April 29th, 2014. I will be continuing the journey day by day with you. To start off with, the beginning of that, when my situation reoccurred, I will give you some idea of some of the symptoms. I had a lot of fatigue, brain fog, soft muscle tissue was very achy and painful. This last turn of events, there were days where I could barely even lift my legs up as I was putting my pants on, just to lift the legs, to put my legs in my pants or in a dress. So there's a number of other things that go with it. And what these all are basically symptoms of bacteria that got into my system because I had allowed my system to become weak, my immune system, and my cells to start dying off prematurely. And I want to have youthful, vibrant, vital cells. So that's what we do with Youthful Evolution. The term that they would normally use scientifically in all this would be Burriella burgdorferi. If you don't know what that is, you can look it up. Maybe some of you have similar, can relate and have similar symptoms. So what I am doing is turning all that around. I'm correcting my dying, aging, decrepit cells and creating them to be youthful again. So I've got to pull out the old and bring in the new. How do I do that? Well, one of the things that I've done in the past, and I'm currently doing again, is an intestinal cleanse, because I want to pull out all the old garbage and replace it with new vital nutrients as I'm going through this process. I started the first day of my intestinal tract cleanse a week ago Monday actually, so this is actually day number 8. And I will walk you through day to day what the process is with all that. But I just wanted to give you a quick start in a quick update as to what's going on. So one of the other symptoms that I had as a result of this crafty little bacteria, which happens to be a spirochete, is I have a lesion on my temple, which occurred about 8 years ago. That's when I first started to learn that something was up. I had gone on a trip, and while I was on the trip, when I went down on the trip, I live in Southern California, by the way, this North County. I was living in the desert at the time. Now I'm in North County, San Diego. But there was a little zit on my temple. And this is an area on my temple where I've been hit in the head from gymnastics years ago, a variety of different things. I had been using mobile phones, starting with the big block mobile phones from Radio Shack, and I realized the antenna had gone that way. So this is a really pretty weak area. And at any rate, I had what appeared to be a zit, and you know how they get the little gross head on them and everything. I went to squeeze it, and it seemed to release what a zit normally does. But after that, it never went away. And my husband and I Gary kept getting into it with me occasionally. We kept getting into some ruckuses and this and that, primarily because he thought I wasn't paying attention. And as it turned out, he's like, you know, you're not remembering things correctly. And I noticed that occasionally. Well, long story short, I was getting a lot of memory fog. So that prompted me to go to seek counsel in the medical field. And I just decided I wanted alternative routes. I want to be youthful. I'm not feeding into the symptoms. I want my cells to be youthful because I felt that whatever was going on there, other problems were going on as well. So I need to have strong immune system and youthful cells. And hence, fast forwarding, it went through a trial of a period of where this grew and got out of control. And then I learned through some professional guidance how to take back the youth of my cells again. And through basic nature and nurturing myself and nutrition was a big part of the foundation. Anyway, it grew into a larger lesion and an open wound, which we completely had eradicated. And this past year, the last number of months, through stress and going off the wagon and doing what I had done before, it's come back. Some of these videos may be pretty graphic, so you may not want to watch them all, but I'm doing it for the purpose of letting you see and feel and know exactly what's going on. And as my husband would say, just sharing the whole appearance of it all. So, anyway, I will show you the lesion now as it appears, and we'll be tracking it as it begins to dissipate. Why I'm showing you today and put this off was you can see I might look a little haggard and tired out. Well, that's because I am. That is part of the process through what this crafty spirochete can do. It's a spiral bacteria that can burrow down into every portion of your body, your brain, your bone. It spirals into your muscle tissue, and what can happen is if you have any weaknesses in the body, in my premises, it's going to try to escape anywhere it can. So my body, it wants to escape in the surface of the skin, which is the largest organ of the body, and it's an eliminating organ, so naturally things are going to purge itself through its skin, and I first need to clean up the internal environment, because whatever I do, the self-rejuvenation process, whatever I feed myself is going to go right to the organs or cells that need the assistance and rejuvenation first. This will probably be one of the last places it goes, because this is the place where it's last trying to escape. At any rate, many other people may have their own words for symptoms. And again, I use the word symptom because to me, symptom is simply just that. It's a symptom of everything else going on, that because I've allowed myself to have aging, fed my cells and my internal environment things that will age the cells and disrupt my immune system. So just to give you a real clear picture, I don't know if you can see this. This is the lesion as it stands today. Again, this is one of the many symptoms that can go on. But we're in the process of taking care of that. And we'll see you back tomorrow where I talk to you about the intestinal cleanse and how that works.